Good Tuesday evening, everyone. This is Tony, and we are back for another exciting episode of Game-O-Rama Uncut. And today we are playing Motor Rotor MC. Yes, we're playing Motor Rotor MC for the Nintendo Switch. This was originally released for the PC Engine back in 1992, I do believe. So, and this came, I think, yeah, look at that. I think this came from the same, distributors. I think it's Messiah Games. Same distributors who did, but I think it's the same distributing company who did, I might be wrong on this. I think it's Clockwork Aquarius, but it might also just be, a coincidence. Because I don't think it's them. I think it's, alright, join game. What's my name here? Let's see, it's G. I launch an O. Where's my O? Fuck it, I'll take the L. I'm Ghoul. Ghoul. Wonderful. We'll choose Circuit, of course, because we got all these choices here, but Circuit seems to be the best one for us. But yeah, I think the distributors of this game are the same ones that are doing the re-releases of the Panorama Cotton games. So, alright, up, I'm going backwards here, got the wrong button, there we go. You gotta hold down the X button, you can't hold down the Y button. Or, no, it's the Y button, never mind, shit. I meant the Y button, not the X button. So, and then you use, for this game you use L and R to shoot rockets and leave behind little bombs. So, which are annoying and are a pain in the ass. So, god damn, look at this. This is insanity, this is madness. This is Motor Rotor MC. Hopefully we'll get at least a good enough time out of this. I don't know. I'm not that hopeful, but you never know. You never know. So, I'm actually just gonna come out with the truth be told. This is the second time we're recording this. The first time we recorded the audio for this, I got I kind of got heated into a discussion about a certain controversy that happened that's happening recently on Twitter, and I kind of realized, like, I don't really know where I want to stand on this one, because it's kind of difficult. I'm just gonna go through and just explain it as quickly as sufficiently as possible. So, there's right now been a little bit of a Twitter beef regarding comparisons between the Owl House and Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, and this comparison has led to a lot of people going, "Why the fuck, why the fuck does Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid have like a scene of, licking in it?" And I literally sent this to Janko. I'm like, this is like the weirdest controversy I've seen with Kobayashi. Like, every year Kobayashi seems to get into a controversy, and like this has been the weirdest one. Like, the other ones I could kind of see as a justification, but like this one I was like, But it really came down to, so the scene in question it's in Season 2. I haven't watched all of Season 2 yet. Just to disclose, I've only watched Season 1. And I think I've only seen bits and pieces of Season 2. I haven't, like, sat down and watched the whole season yet. But, so, the scene in question is, I'm trying to remember the premise of the episode. I believe the gang goes, well, I got third place, that's good enough. The gang goes to an amusement park for fun and relaxation, and the scene in question is Kana is hanging out with her friend Saikawa, and they have the new dragon character with them, Lulu, and I might butcher that name, I'm sorry. And one of the scenes in question, I guess, or at least the scene in question, is there's a scene where Lulu, who, by the way, within the context of the show, is supposed to be kind of a teenager, a teenage dragon in some ways, and Kana's supposed to be a child dragon. She licks Saikawa, and then, Kana licks Saikawa. And, on one hand, I'm going to admit, okay, that is kind of a weird scene. I don't know why they added that in there. Maybe just to get, like, an awe moment out of the fan base. But, like, other than that, I'm like, okay, I also just don't get why this is in here. But then, like, as I sat back and like started to constantly think about it, and let it be stated, like, Kana is my favorite character in terms of like comedy. Like, she's like the funny like small moments you get in like the background, or the small moments you get within the episode. Like, that was a small moment of just Kana, trying to eat some like noodles. That's funny. Or a small moment of Kana eating a bug. It's funny. Janko's a bigger fan of Kana than I am. My favorite character in the show is I have two favorite characters. Toru's my favorite in terms of like crush, as you've probably seen in the season 9 premiere of Game-O-Rama. And then Luke was my favorite character in terms of like comedy, like straight up like humor. More or less because the type of humor she goes for is more the awkward humor, which is something that I've liked about a lot of these like more riskier animes. Has more or less been the awkward humor. I like awkward humor sometimes, especially when it's something where it's like, this should be wrong on so many levels, but the way they're like, the way they're literally pointing that out, it makes it funny in a way. Like, this should be wrong, but the way they're damn, I'm really fucking flailing in this game. But the way they're pointing out, like, okay, yeah, this is definitely wrong. It's kind of funny. Anyway, point being, the scene is weird, but the more I like sat back and I thought for a second. I'm like, okay, it's weird, taken out of context. It's not that weird though when you watch the rest of the show, and I don't want to sound like that guy who's trying to defend it, but when you put into the rest of the context that Lulu is a character who literally has been introduced to the season, just episodes ago, like maybe about 7-8 episodes ago. You do realize she is still adjusting to human life. I had to actually sit back and think about that one, and 5th place, fuck me. And so, like, thinking about it, I was just like, yeah, that kind of makes a point. Like, she's still adjusting. So, like, she's not used to social norms. Like, I guess the way I would say this is look back at Miss Kobayashi season 1 and, like, the character moments with Toru. Like, it would be kind of similar to that. Like, Toru wouldn't know the etiquette. That's, I guess the argument I'm trying to make is the characters don't know the etiquette. Then again, I just might not know what the hell I'm talking about. All I know is that shit blew up, and then I'm thinking, okay, I'm supposed to be doing an episode in like 3 weeks on my favorite currently viewing animes, and Kobayashi is on that list. Like, if this shit doesn't like, blow over before, that, before that episode releases, this is going to be kind of weird. And, like, I don't know if I'm going to have to address that or not, or maybe I just won't care. But, and people are probably sitting here saying, why are you caring about it to begin with? Why are we even discussing it? It comes down to a matter of presentation. Like, I have to keep up a, what's the word I'm looking for? I have to keep up with the presence here. Like, it would be easy for me to just sit there and say, like, yeah, no, that's wrong. Here's the reason why. But then, what's the flip side of that? Well, people could accuse you of being something, and you don't want to be accused of that. That would be awful. So like, it's hard to kind of pin this one, because on the one hand, I'm like, I kind of want to defend Kobayashi, because this is just the way the series has been. I can't, is it weird? Yes. It is. It's extremely weird. Why is it weird? I don't know. Like, why does it feel weird? Well, it feels weird, but, like, I guess the whole point is, like, is it weird? Yeah. Is it weird to the point where you're sitting there going, it makes me question if I like the show? To an extent, but I also assume, you also got to assume, okay, it's supposed to be a slice of life show. These are essentially characters that are fish out of water. At this point, the point of season 2, some of these characters should have learned by now. But when you introduce new characters, they're still going to be trying to learn this shit. This is like the best I could do. And the other thing I can say is we've done far worse as Americans in terms of like the implied notions that scene could imply, and the implied notions that we have presented with our programming, with stuff like Toddlers and Tiaras and Cheer Mom. That's all I'm going to say on this matter. That's all I'm going to say. Because, this whole controversy is just... It's that thing where it's like, we do this every single time. The anime community has to stand up and say, alright, this is just weird. Yeah, is there a problem with it? Yeah, there is to an extent, but that's if you took X out of concept, or out of context. I'm not doing myself any favors trying to figure this one out. All I know is we had to literally the end result for at least my end is we had to switch episodes around, and so we're like working hard now to fix this. That's all I can say. That's all I can say on this. So... Jesus. Let's see if I can finish this up. Go, come on. There we go, Glep. Look at that, I could have done it afterwards. Whoops. But fuck it, my name is Glep. Glep, have you taken a paperclip from my collection? I counted 74 last time, and now there's only 73. Hey, baby. I'm not accusing you of anything. I'm just saying, hey, let's get our... let's try to clear our heads from all that shit I just had to talk about. Done. End result is the episode has been postponed. Another episode's going to take its place. Now it's putting more work on me because now I got to finish up that new replacement episode script on a faster time schedule. That's all I'm going to say on the matter. That's everything I'm going to say. I think I might have actually had to switch other episodes around too, just in terms of like placement. And it's, I guess, just finish the topic completely. It's sadder because I had a Kobayashi episode of Game-O-Rama Uncut planned, and now I'm not sure if I even want to do it. Just because I don't want to fear any backlash that might come out of it. Just like I might fear backlash of, this shit. Just talking about it right now. So, and that's the reason why I also, got rid of the original recording of this, because I got even more fumed about it. And, well, I got last place in that. And the more fumigation more or less came just from just being annoyed. Because again, this happens at least once every year or so. There's another controversy surrounding this anime and manga series. And it looks like they've introduced trains to this game. Wonderful. Hopefully no one gets trapped in the... Well, it looks like you probably could. So, damn. Yep, you definitely can get trapped by the train tracks. That's wonderful. Wonderful. Moving on. Even then, the entire controversy started over a shitpost. That's the saddest thing about this. It all started over a shitpost. Comparing two shows that had two relatively different demographics. Fucking a show meant for kids and kids and teenagers, and a show meant for teens and adults. That's all I'm gonna say on the matter. We're done. We are done. Will there still be a Kobayashi episode? Maybe. Depends on how this controversy kind of fever pitches and dies down. Heck, by the time this comes out, the controversy might be over. I don't know. It's Twitter, though. On Twitter, some shit can just last a long time. Bring it to brighter news. I posted, someone did a post, speaking of Twitter and, again, needing brighter news. Someone did a post on Twitter. They were like, imagine it's the year 1987. You're walking through Suncoast Video, and I got 4th place, thank God. And you got like $20, and you can only buy one VHS tape, and this is your selection. It's a bunch of like anime tapes. Which one do you pick? And I'm like looking through like the giant picture of collages. This was like just like maybe a day or so ago, and I was just like, which one would I pick? And I think the answer I gave out on Twitter was like, well, it'd either be between Captain Harlock, because that's a classic 80s series, and Candy Candy, which is a classic 70s anime. And I was just like, all right, that's probably the 2 choices I would make. And well, okay, that can slow you down. And no joke, I literally, because I put up a GIF, because I'm like, all right, put up a GIF of one of the shows and just send it out, done. I had someone immediately respond to me going, yeah, that show, Harlock was great, the soundtrack kicks. I'm like, yeah, it does. I didn't respond back, but I was thinking like, yeah. Immediately, like hours later, I get a notification. Bill Rogers has responded, to a post you made. I'm like, Bill Rogers. Why does that name sound familiar? And I'm like trying to think of like who the fuck was Bill Rogers? Like, was he like the original voice of James from Pokemon? Because I feel like it was a Pokemon like actor's name I can remember. And I looked it up. I'm like, oh, he's Brock. So I took a snapshot and I sent it to Janko. I'm like, hey Janko, I got a response on one of my tweets from Brock. I wanted to write something and just say, hey Bill, yes we can catch them all. Just because I thought that'd be funny. But anyway, that was great. I was just like, okay, cool. Bill seemed to like the thread we started with these shows. That's wonderful. It put a smile on my face after the depression of realizing people just can't let shit go. People will constantly bitch about the same show over and over, and I got last place again. We're having fun. Could call this episode the Goddammit It's Twitter episode. Every problem in this episode could be just relied down to it's Twitter. A lot of speed boosts in this course. There I am, dead last again. Except, what's this? I've discovered that there's holes, because yep, people can just cheat and go right through them. Wonderful. I've been I spent the last day or so like rewatching old episodes of Lupin the Third, because I don't know why, I just kind of wanted to. And I was watching one episode, it was through Pluto, and I can't remember the name of the episode. Actually, I don't even think I know the name of the episode, but I just remember the premise. I'm trying to actually find the name of this episode. So, the premise of the episode is, there's this character named Lady Black, and she makes a bet with Fujiko that she bets that she can kill Lupin, before the day is out. By trapping him in this house and, having him go through all these traps. And so they essentially, so Fujiko sets up Lupin for this entire, bet, and I think I caught in like halfway through the episode, but like at the end of the episode, I don't know if I want to say, who cares? 40-year-old series. Spoilers. At the end of the episode, it's revealed that Lady Black. Oh, we reached the end already. Oh well. I guess I'll talk about this. I'll talk about this some more when we come back. We'll be right back, folks. Or not, I guess. I was just about to say, we'll be right back, and then it's like, are we back? Okay, yeah, sure, whatever. And we are back, everyone. So, finishing off that story, going into another race here. Finishing off that story. So, Fujiko tricks Lupin into going into this house, set with all these traps, and Miss Black is going to try to kill Lupin, and I'm going to stick with Glep, because it's funny. And now we're on the nature course. Wonderful. And so, I guess, where was I? The big twist at the end. Okay. So the big twist, it's revealed at the end. Again, spoilers for a 40, plus year old episode. It's revealed at the end that Miss Black wasn't a man, or wasn't a woman, she was a man. She was actually a little boy that Lupin knew when he was younger, because Lupin was, dating his mom. And then, because, Lupin didn't give him, what's the way I want with this? Because Lupin didn't give him the attention he needed, at one point. He kind of got fed up and decided that one day he was going to kill Lupin, and then this was the grand plan after all these years. So, it's an interesting premise for an episode. And I was like, okay, cool, this, I can see this working as an episode. And, God damn it. The controls in this game are, very fucking loose and slippery. But I got second place. That's good enough for me. I got second. But it's a good episode. It has a good plot. But I was, trying to, figure out what the name of it was, and I thought, okay, I'll check on, Pluto. Maybe they'll have the name up on the episode guide. Nope. One of the options was, do you want to start from the beginning? I'm like, oh, yes. And I thought, okay, the beginning of the episode, then I'll figure out the name of the episode. And so I hit the button, and all of a sudden, it took me right back to the start of the show. Took me right to the start of season 2, and I was like, I didn't want this. I just wanted to figure out the start of the episode and what the fucking name of it was, and I never figured that out. So I've been trying to figure that out now for a day and a half. What the fuck is the name of this episode? I can't figure this out. And I'm going, all over the place because this course is confusing. Thanks for pushing me right back there, asshole. Actually, it brings up something interesting with Lupin the Third. If you really think about each new show, and this is the way I've always put it, each new show of Lupin the Third that comes out every 3 or so years, recently, I always consider a new season of the show. The original series, 71-72, is season 1. Part 2, the Part 2 series, I got last place, who cares? The Part 2 series, which was 77 to 70, or not 79, 80. 77 to 80. I consider that seasons 2 to 4, although Wikipedia likes to say that Lupin the Third had a long season 78, so technically 2 to 5. And then Part 3, which came out 84 to 85, that's season 6. And then the big jump from 85 to 2012. And then there's the next run, which is a woman called Fujiko, that's season 7. And then Part 4 is season 8, Part 5 is season 9. And this recent Part 6, I consider season 10. So over the course of the 50 years that Lupin the Third has been on television, it has been on for what you could literally consider 10 seasons. And so whatever the next part they set up, Part 7, it's going to be season 11 of Lupin the Third. And I know there's going to be a lot of people like this. That's not the way I consider the show. I consider each of them their own separate series. You could do that, but if they're going to be continuity heavy, then just call them their own seasons. Okay, so we enter in here, and okay. Teleportation, it's wonderful. It's great. It's PC Engine. I guess continuing with the Lupin conversation, I just found out there's a special they made in 2011 for the 40th anniversary of the anime series. It's called Red vs. Green. I've been so curious to want to know more about this special, since supposedly the special is a complete celebration of Lupin in animation. So the whole premise is supposed to be like, there's a bunch of Lupins running around, like, claiming to be the real Lupin. And each of them, I guess, represent, like, a different version of Lupin. So you got, like, a Lupin from Part 1, a Lupin from Part 2, a Lupin from Part 3. You get a Lupin from a woman called Fujiko, a Lupin from, Part 4. Or, no, actually, no, that wouldn't have been a woman called Fujiko. I think it's the main series and then the ones that came from, like, the TV movies, the specials they made in between seasons 6 and 7. So, anyway, point being, there's a bunch of Lupins running around the world. And then, I guess the audience, from what I've read in the synopsis, the audience, discovers that there's an old man, and this is the original Lupin. This is the one from the manga. And the manga Lupin just became a very old man. And all these other variations. So, like, there's different variations, like, not only different, shows, but each show has its own, like, represented style. Like, there's, Lupin with a green, jacket, Lupin with a red jacket, Lupin with a pink jacket. You get two versions of Lupin with a green jacket, because you have the TV show design, and then you also have the Miyazaki design from Castle Cagliostro. The Lupin with the red jacket has, like, multiple designs based on the movies, and the seasons. So, like, you get one based on seasons, 2 to 5, and then you get one based on, Mystery of Mamo, and, Goodbye Lady Liberty, all those specials that came out. So, it's a fascinating, it's a fascinating special I want to find, just because. I don't think I placed high enough. This has been terrible. Other than Lupin, I've been also getting back into, I'm Glip still. I've also been getting back into watching the original Astro Boy. Both the 60s Astro Boy and the 80s Astro Boy. And I'm debating, like, doing an episode with Astro Boy, just because it'd be fun to do an episode. I'm doing really good in this course. And I think this course is based on Panorama Cotton. Because, again, I think same developers, same distributors, etc. Anyway. I think I want to do a Astro Boy episode. I think that'd be kind of fun. I could do, like, a compare and contrast video on the shows, because little be known to fans. The original Astro Boy was 63 to 66, and then the 80s Astro Boy was, I think, 80 to 82 or 83. So, and the 80s version only exists because there was never a colorized version of the 60s series. The 60s series was purposely made in black and white for televisions at the time. And by the time, like, the 80s rolled around, Tezuka was like, oh, shit. There's no more black and white televisions in Japan, and now we have a black and white TV series. We need to remake this. And remake it they did. They went back and they essentially did three seasons worth of remakes. 3 seasons worth of new episodes to remake the old episodes. Remember, like, this came before there was, like, digital colorization or, anything of that matter, where you could just go back and, remaster a film and fix it up. Like, back then, if you wanted to fix up film like that, you had to literally go back to the old sketches, redo all the inking, usually, and then redo all the coloring in certain cases to make essentially brand new, or in certain cases, like with the old Looney Tunes, when they went back to recolorize those in, like, the 60s, what they would do is they would literally just trace over all the frames. They would go back and literally retrace every frame, but the problem with that is it literally caused the animation to be more stilted, because the studio that was hired to do it essentially tried to, I think, cut corners and not animate all the frames, so they would only animate, like, half. So, fucking, I'm being bopped all around here. But yeah, so that's what I've been doing, like, Lupin, Astro Boy, and then dealing with just, shit, I missed the round. And then just dealing with all the Kobayashi shit, and just all of that, so. That's pretty much everything. But no, I'd like to do a comparison episode of Astro Boy. Just moving the water bottle here. Just like compare like the pilot to the '60s series to the pilot to the '80s series, and talk about all the differences they made, and any interesting shit like that, I guess. I don't know. It sounds like fun. Would that be fun? I don't know. Then I could bring in like the '59 series, because there was a series that was done even before the animated one. They did like a live action Astro Boy TV show. I don't know how faithful that one would be though, because it was a tokusatsu show. It was like, I think, the earliest example of tokusatsu on television. I think. Yeah. Yeah, because Kamen Rider didn't come out until 71. 69, 70, 71, somewhere right around there. And then Super Sentai wasn't until 87, 88. So it was, or was it 87, 88, or was it in the 70s? No, I think it was in the 80s. But anyway, more fun with Portal Fun. Woo! This is exciting, right? But it'd be kind of funny to just like compare all this, and then like somehow like get into like the 2013 Astro, not the 2013, the 2003 Astro Boy remake, and like compare all that. And, actually, I don't think I would cover 2003 Astro Boy. I think mainly because the '03 version of Astro Boy, they made a lot of changes, at least in regards to the pilot. I'm not. Like, I'd have to go back and rewatch it. I haven't watched it in years, so. But again, I've watched a lot of the 60s and the anime, the 80s versions of the anime. So. Chalk this episode up to Tony talks about anime and constantly loses at his races. It's fun for the whole family. Starfield. What is this, like their version of fucking Rainbow Road? I mean, actually, that would be kind of true, because Mario Kart. Actually, no, because Mario Kart would have came out around the same time, 92. Might have been a coincidence. Na 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 na. Other than this, I've also been doing the editing work on episode 200. So, I was actually just working on the intro before I had to start this up. So, I'm hoping the intro turns out pretty well. That'd be nice. That would be nice. It's me, Mari. Oh, why am I going backwards? Why am I stuck in the sticky goo? Oh, I know, because I thought I was a different fucking racer for a second. I thought I was like the blue fucking racer. And I was like, wait, no, I'm silver. What the fuck am I doing with my life? And with that, I am still dead last. And that was it. That was all she wrote. I didn't place at all. I just sit there at the edge of the fucking screen. Well, at least the good thing is I think there's just one more set of new tracks. So, we're back to being leopard, yay. So, last one, special. Before you ask, I'm not going to cover shuffle and all of that, mainly because they're just reshuffles of all of these courses. That's all it is. Reshuffle is just a reshuffle of all the courses. The selections are just selections of all the courses. The only thing I could have really done is just the edited courses, which I kind of don't want to do. So, yeah, this might be a very, very, very short episode. Maybe one of the shorter ones we've done in a while. To which I have to answer, yes, I've noticed that most of the episodes have been short the last couple of last week or so. Like, I think Deltarune was like the last long episode. And then after that, it was like, oh yeah, just a 1 hour episode, 1.5 hour, anything under 2 hours, essentially. Like, here's the first episode under an hour, and God knows how long. I will say with this selection, of course, is, I'm expecting the unexpected, since this is special. I'm expecting weirdness out of you, PC Engine. Because you're known for weirdness, like that face. Look at that face. That is weird. It is weird. At least the good thing is my fucking Peach plush is finally coming in. Which means I can get to work on the fucking physical versus digital episode. That's the only good thing. Hello? Oh, come on. Tell me you didn't buy the game for this course. Be serious with me, people. Yeah. That's the good thing. Like, the Peach plush is coming in. We got it, for our prop for the next episode. And it's going to be a nice little Easter egg that people can see in the backgrounds constantly. That's the only good thing. It also means tomorrow there might be 2 videos going up. Or at least a video. I don't know. Still debating here on how I want to handle the next episode. Because I believe the next episode we're doing is another PC game. But I gotta figure out how we're going to set up capturing the emulation on that. Because it's not like with... shit. It's not like with the Game Boy, the Virtual Boy, and all that. Like, we actually have to find a way to capture this. This is going to be the same thing also with the post-200th episode. Find a way to capture it. There is a bug in the middle of that track. Where's that big old bug? Try to find fun stuff to talk about to not make me depressed. As Green is constantly fucking belittling me. Like a prick he is. Welcome to Metroid Kart. So, on top of that, I also got to go back because I wanted to add in something to the physical versus digital episode, so that one's still got a brief rewrite on it. Then I gotta, well, the next episode after that, luckily, is finished. It's the episode after that I have to finish the writing on now. I think I'm like halfway through, but I'm not fully done. I was actually just consulting with D Street over choices. So, we're on our last... Oh, no, monkey course. A monkey! King Kong ain't got nothing on me. Monkey. What are you fucking laughing at, monkey? I just fucking drove backwards for no reason. Fucking ape. Fuck these monkeys, man. Fuck them. Look at this monkey right in the middle of the fucking course, just sitting there going, eat, 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 eat. Me, monkey. You nut. It's Seth Rogen. I'm never going to get over that. Seth Rogen playing a gorilla. Every time we see an ape or a gorilla, we got to do a Seth Rogen joke now. Me, Seth Rogen. Hey, what's going on? I'm Seth Rogen. Seth, why are you being so mean on Twitter? I don't know why I just immediately thought of Oni Place, but that just made me laugh. She's crying. She's being mean. Chef, you need to get off Twitter. No. Okay, now this is our last course. It's hell in a cell. It's portals in a dungeon. It's hell in a cell. Because God fucking damn it. You know, this shit doesn't get confusing enough. Like, look at this. Look at all of this. How is one expected to sit there and go, I get this? 'Cause I don't. I look at it and I go, yeah. Just fucking take me all over. Just take me all over. Over and again. I fucking go all over. There. Fuck this track. Over and again. Fuck this track. Where do I begin? Like, this shouldn't even hurt my eyes when I was playing. I was like, where the fuck am I supposed to look? Like, okay, so you go in there, you end up out there, and then you go through there. Like, where the fuck are you taking me, game? Where are you going, game? You're stupid, you're stupid. Janko's been trying to fucking beat this song on Guitar Hero. He was messaging me, he was telling me, he's like, I've been trying to beat this song on Guitar Hero. I was like, I got like 94% of the way through. I'm like, good. And then he messages me back like 10 minutes later. I just got through it. I'm like, great, wonderful. That's awesome, man. Yeah. Da, monkey. Ooh, ooh, ah, ah, ooh, ooh, ah. This is the monkey dance. Ooh, 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 ah, ah, ooh, ooh, ah. This is the monkey dance. Ooh, ooh, ah, 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 ah. Monkey dance. Ooh, 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 ah, ah. Monkey. Shit, I think with that, we're gonna call it a night here, folks. This is Tony. I am signing out. I will see you all next time. Take care, everybody.